I got a request on one of my other videos, and I was cleaning up through all this social distancing. Um, and the amp that Buddy had a question about was sitting right in front of me, easy to grab, and 4 screws, a couple plugs, and hey, it's a spring reverb unit from a Marshall. So, the common problem on these guys, just a Marshall spring reverb from a Valvestate. More often than not, what happens is the black and green wires on these connectors come loose or just come completely off. So in this case, I've already put them back on, but basically all you have to really do is lay the cable or lay the wire back in through and punch it down from the top. So from the top down there, you could potentially use a really thin flathead screwdriver just to punch it down in between the crimps. Not really recommended, but you can also pull it down. If you notice on the one side, it actually sits. The wires sit down in, so you can pull it down in through the crimps. Make sure you get a good connection there. If you have any overlap on the front, you can just trim it off the end there. But you should just be able to put the wires back down through the top of the connector, unless this connector broke in some way, in which case you may need to either find another connector or solder to those two pins. What might be recommended is if you have an Arduino or any of those kind of wire connectors, an Arduino wiring kit or anything like that would have some wire that you could have just the plastic jumper connections that you could rewire into or resolder. You may have to, I'm not sure that's the same standard size as a computer jumper, but that's a thought as well, just using a generic computer jumper connector there if the actual connector here is broken. But you should just be able to push it down through the top of the connector. Maybe you gotta tweak it a little bit to get it to crimp down in there, but it was just a quick matter of reconnecting the wires in my case, and then connect it back up, make sure it floats freely, it's not touching anything, and you should be good. So the only thing you may have to worry about is cable length. They left you enough actual wire to trim something back off and reconnect it all. So there you go. Enough blabber for me. Hopefully that helps you guys.